Hi, fellow traders. I hope everybody had a good day today. Want to quickly recap my trades from today. We had a pretty good morning. Started out pretty slow, but the day turned out pretty good. I want to thank everybody that came and hung out with us for our sneak peek Wednesday. I just want to remind you, next week I'll be on vacation, so probably won't be having the traditional sneak peek Wednesday. I may do a live stream on YouTube for a couple minutes. Just depends on how the internet connection is over there. But I just want to thank you guys for coming in and hanging out. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you liked it, please consider come joining us. We do this every day. Our primary focus is to help new traders with small accounts grow their accounts the right way. Teach you the skills that you're going to need in order to sustain yourself through your learning curve and help develop the skill that's going to sustain you throughout your trading career. So without further ado, let's take a look at my trades for today. All right, the first trade I took was on NTNX. This was pre-market. We were getting let's pull this back a little bit. All right, right here, we had a gap up this morning, and it was on our scan, and I was watching it, and we pulled back to VWAP. And when it looked like we were holding VWAP here, I went ahead and got in, and my goal was just to take a quick trade from here on up to 25 level. I thought this is probably where we could get to, and then what happened around 9 o'clock, not really sure. But, I got in and was looking for the nice move up. Almost got it. Didn't get hit here. And we got a pullback, and I ended up having to take it off because it was time to start Sneak Peek Wednesday. But, it was a good look, a good read. It did finally went all the way up to 2040. But I did get a piece of the move. Did lock in some profits. $81 really to start the day wasn't bad. And remember, we are trying to grow our account. I'm demonstrating you how we trade with small accounts and how we consistently can make money and consistently grow it. And these safe, easy trades on pre-market, it's just a matter of making sure you get a solid setup and you have a solid trade plan and you execute it. That's pretty much what we did here. So this is all we did on NTNX. At the open, really didn't do anything, and we kind of hung around these levels. So really wasn't much of a trade. When I get in a trade, I like clean air, and this air was a little bit dirty, so didn't do any more with it. So the next trade I took was blue. This is a 5-cent ticker, but I've become comfortable, especially after yesterday, with 5-cent tickers, understanding how they move, what it takes to get in these and manage them. I spent hours on the simulator trading 5-cent tickers, so all of that time is really paying off. So I missed the opening range breakdown on this, so I waited for the pullback, and we got the pullback here up the VWAP and the 9. We rejected it, and this was kind of an anticipation trade because I know how quickly this thing moves. And I knew that if I had waited, I would miss the move. I would only get like a little piece of it. So I did get in. I had a good stop because it was just above the VWAP here. And I got in the trade, took some off here at I got in at 104.35, took some off at 103.25, just over a point. Took some more, took the rest off right here at 102.70, and this was the level that I had as my final target. And this is exactly where it bounced. This is where I thought it would bounce. But no, I didn't take it long. I probably should have looked at flipping it long, but I didn't. Was looking short all the way. So again, we rejected the 20 here, rejected it here again. So we opened up down here, and I went to take this short because we opened up and we started moving below the 9. Again, I know the way this thing moves, so I kind of anticipated the loss here, and we didn't get it. It went right back up and stopped me out. So I managed my stop. I was up about $130, $140 on this trade, and ended up giving half of it back. You know, because I did anticipate. I managed my loss and, you know, live to fight another day. So that was blue. On the next trade, I took JD. Another anticipation. This is when I realized I needed to slow down. Okay, we rejected here. I was looking for it to continue to move down. I didn't wait for it to lose the 9 like I should have. I got in anticipating a loss and ended up getting stopped out. So again, I'm basing, you know, I'm starting every month with $3,000. And it doesn't matter, you know, I've doubled it, more than doubled it now. I'm still basing my max loss off of, you know, 3.5% of my initial cash account, which is going to be about $90, or 30%. It's going to be about $90. So that's my max loss, and that's what I need to stick to. If it hits my max loss, it should be only $90. If I stop out before because we lost a technical level or something like that, it's going to be less than that. But sticking to your stops, you can see this did not hurt me. You know, I was still able to come back and, you know, have a good day. And had I let this stop get away from me, it could have ruined anything that I did from here on out. But I didn't let it do that. After this was over, I just kind of, you know, relaxed and took a breath and then got back in the game. So the last stock I traded today was CBI. Yeah, CBI. And this is the stock I had my swing trade on, which I'll talk about that in a little bit. Get in on the swing trade. But today, this offered some good day trading activity. Some bad news came out on the stock, and so it started to go down. Well, let me go ahead and mention this since we're looking at this. Remember yesterday when I was talking about it on the video from last night, I was saying this 2180, or this is the 50-day moving average. This is from the daily chart, the 50 from the daily chart. And I said this is going to be my target, but what I'm going to do is just see what other levels we can get to. So I got in the morning and I was watching this, and I was watching the 5-minute chart because I was looking to exit today, and that's the only reason I was watching this chart. So I watched it. We pushed through everything, and then we started to come back. And I said, nah, I need to take this off. And I got out around 22.40. So I let it go up as far as it could go up the morning, and I just took it off. So solid trade on this. And we'll look at it some more here in a minute. But, some news came out, and we had a big sell-off here. So for me, I always like to wait, try to get a little pullback. And I kind of got a little antsy. Here again, I anticipated, jumped in a little too early. But I had enough sense to place my stop accordingly, and I sized in accordingly. I could have taken more shares in this, but because I had to put my stop so far away, I only got in 300 shares, and I took it. I was able to hold, let the trade work. Took off some at my first target, just under 21. I think I got it at, let's see. I shorted it at 21.44. Yep. Took some off at 20.93. And took some more off at 20.50, the $half mark. According to plan, and I was looking to get down here to the red to green line, but we started to turn over, and I went ahead and took the rest of it off. And I was going to wait for a retest and load up again, but we never did get the retest I was looking for. And so I just hung on, finally got it here. Got short again. Covered some of my position right here at red to green, and covered the rest down here at 1940 or 1950. Okay, took the rest off here at 1950, and then, well, not the rest, but took another piece off, and then took a profit stop up here at 2025. I wanted to give it a chance to test. Now, yeah, I probably should have taken it off on this candle just like I did up here. But you can see what happened. This eventually came back and hit my target. So I just kind of waited to see if we were going to do the same thing here. But it didn't. So I went ahead and took it off. And just kind of watched this continue to push up. Because we bounced here. And we're missing something. All right. Hold on. Yeah, we're missing something. We're missing the 200 on this chart, because this was a target here. And this is very important. Right here. And this is where I caught it, right here at the 200. And a lot of times, the 200, if you get a stock running into the 200, this is where you're going to reverse. You're going to get a bounce here. But I held a piece on because we were so close to the 1995 and then red to green. I thought we would bounce up here, reject, and then make a move through the 200. But we didn't. This was a traditional bounce. Moved all the way back up. And that's where, it hit my profit stop here. So I, as always, I kept this stock on watch. Waited to see if it was going to set up again. Here, I anticipated it. Anticipated the rejection here. Didn't get it. And immediately realized, and I told myself that we were making, we made a higher low here, and that the trend was probably going to be to the upside again. I said that and still took it short, but immediately stopped out and, got long right here off of the 20. And took some off up here in 2080s and was looking for the move up the VWAP. Either this 2025 level or on up the VWAP. Was looking for the bounce. Didn't get it. So ended up having to stop out on this pullback here. So that was my day. Pretty good. Only $51 on this deal. I left a lot on the table. I realized we were getting stuffed here again at this 2095 level, but never did take it off. Never did. And just let it come back and stop me out. But that was my day. Not bad. I'm still pretty pleased with the day that we had. No complaints. Made a few trading mistakes, just not being patient. Trying to make something happen. And a lot of times when that happens, it comes back to bite you. But didn't do it today. So pleased with it. We're ready. Get ready to reset and get ready for tomorrow. See if we can close this week out strong. And kind of start my vacation week on the right foot. So you guys have a great evening, a great night, and we will catch you guys first thing in the morning.